Good evening, this is Carolyn, and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. I am going to do a layout share of the layouts I did for All About That Base. We did 20 base pages, and I have videos on all of the base pages that I made. And then, starting the 1st of November, we made layouts out of those base pages. And so there's a video on all except one of these. There's a video on them, and you can look at those videos, but I'm just going to take you through the base pages. Now, the fun thing is I'm going to do a giveaway. So if you watch this video, you can tell me in the comments which layout you like the best and why, and then I'm going to give you a week. This is going to air on the 21st. And so Thanksgiving Day at midnight of that day, I am going to shut off count. I mean, you can still comment, of course, but I'm going to shut it off, and I will count the number of comments. I'll put those numbers in a jar, and I will draw the number, and whoever was comment number, whatever that was, is the one that will win a little prize that I'm going to have. So if you would like to enter that, that's how you do it. Just tell me which layout. You can either do it by title or by number, and which layout you like the best and why you like it. So let's go through these layouts. Number one was Look Who's Running. This was my grandson running a little track meet. And I'm going to tell you who made the embellishments and just very briefly about it. This is an embellishment from the Embellishment Swap, and it was made by Captain Cheryl. And I pretty much just fussy cut the rest of this and used those flowers and punched out some greenery. And this is a border punch that I used, and that's all there was to that one. Then this one is my daughter's 45th birthday. I did a lot of this throughout these videos. I noticed this was just a little scrap. Everything, pretty much everything in these things are scraps. I had a little bit of this left over. I fussy cut these things out of them and used them. I used some film strips. This was from a close to my heart rep that I had ordered some items from, and she sent me that, and I can't remember her name. But I just loved that, and my daughter's name when she was nickname was Piggy Poo, so I had to use that on there. Then that's number 2. This one is Backyard Fun. This is number 3, and there aren't any swap embellishments in this. I did stamp directly onto my background, and then I colored a little bit and did a little bit of splattering mixed media there, and these are all just embellishments from some collection or a combination, and then a twig punch that I have. My grandson's camping out in their backyard. Number 4 is Road Trip. There are not any swap embellishments in this, just some things that I made these little balloons out of some of the scraps from these papers. This was just a 4x6 cut apart. This was a cut apart. I think that came from a cut apart. That's chipboard, and then just scraps of papers. Then this is the second page to that. This is number 5, and this little guy was made by, let me see, Captain Cheryl, and the twigs, these little black twigs, were made by Linda Phelps, and the plant was made by Michelle Parker. And this was already gray, but the plant wasn't colored, and so I got to color that in to match my layout. And then I just punched some things to go behind these others. And this was a little envelope that I think she sent these little twigs in, and I used it. This one does not have any swap embellishments, and I haven't even decided on a title. This is our wedding, our family in my daughter's wedding. This is number 6, and these are just some embellishments that I had. This was a cut file that I cut apart and used part of, and then some pink rhinestones. This is number 7, 3rd grade. This embellishment, this cute little truck, I did add the stars. That's the only thing I added. This cute little embellishment was made by Tams. And then these were just from some other things I had. Scraps, again, all scraps. And then 4th grade, this, I made this one. This was for one of our swaps, and I made it for the teachers' Christmas cards. And then these were just things from their school and everything. This 4th grade is number 8. And then 5th grade was not a video. It was not one of my base pages that I made. But I went ahead and did it with those other base pages because I wanted to do all 3. They're at 3 different schools, my daughter's boys, and I wanted to finish that out. This cute little embellishment was from, let's see, who was that from? Alicia Copeland did this, and I got to color it also, so I did it in the primary colors. This also was from a swap, but it did not have a name on it. I have several embellishments that do not have names on them. So if you recognize it, I would love for you to tell me in the comments what you made and your name so that I can give you credit for it. But this was not a video. This was not a base page that I made on, well, I may have made the base page. I don't really remember, but it's not a video because I'd already done 2 of those orange base pages. This is my 55th class reunion. This is number 9. And this little girl and this little guy, those cuties, were made by Ginger. And this little pencil was made by Teresa Moss. Made this cute little pencil. Here's a flip on this one with my journaling. And those are, and then these were just things from that I had. But the pencil and these 2 little cuties were swap embellishments. This one does not have any swap embellishments on it. This is number 10. I used the bag from the silos. My son and daughter-in-law visited there on a trip, and scraps. Literally, this is all of that I even owned. Lots of scraps, and some old chipboard embellishments. And then I got these stickers when I went, my daughter and my sister and I went to Waco, to the silos, to Magnolia. And then this one is number 11. But I'm going to stop right here and do the twist before I forget it. The twist tonight, one of a friend from church put a quote, shared a quote on Facebook, and I just absolutely loved it. It said, the best way to stay hungry for God is to stop snacking on sin. And I thought, oh my goodness, that's good. And so it reminded me of a scripture in the Beatitudes. And so the scripture that I put with it is Matthew 5:6. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. That just tells us that the desire of our heart should be to please God. My mother used to say we lived quite a ways from each other, and so we would get together, 2 or 3 weeks in the summer when school was out. I taught, and of course my kids were in school, and then at Christmas and Thanksgiving and spring break, but we would just have those stretches, and she would call and we would talk, and she would say, I'm just so hungry to see you. We wanted to be together so bad. It was like we were just starving to see each other. I wanted to see my mama. My mom wanted to see her only baby. And so we just had that yearning to see each other. And then when we did, it was so much fun and it was so satisfying. And I think that's exactly what that scripture is saying and exactly what that quote is saying, that our yearning to be with God and to be what he wants us to be needs to be like a hunger, a deep, deep yearning. And when we do please him and we are living the way he wants us to, we're filled, we're satisfied, we're happy. And we don't need that sin. We don't need to snack on sin, because he becomes the desire of our heart and he becomes what satisfies us. So I just loved that quote. All right, this is number 11. And these cute little cats that are playing around here were made by Terry Rice. These are vellum punches die cut the feathers and then punches on my vellum flowers, and then a little bit of wood veneer and some, that's like a enamel dot, but that's all that's on that one. And then this one is number 12. This is Big Kid. This is my daughter's youngest. And the xylophone was a swap embellishment, and it was from Miss Mallory O'Brien. And these were just some little things I had in my stash. And these, some stickers. This one is number 13, Start Your Engines. And this cute, cute little truck was made by, let me get there. I got to look. I have a cheat sheet over here. The truck was made by Shannon C. And then this little race car was also in a swap, and that was from Teresa Moss. And then the rest were things from my stash. This one, I kind of call it Water Babies, but the summer was from a swap, and this little floaty was from a swap, but neither one of them had names on them. And then the rest, these are die cuts, and then all of these were just cut, fussy cut from and this was from a swap. I don't have that written on my cheat sheet. Let me look on the back. The sunglasses were Judy, Judy Dykes made the sunglasses. And then the rest were things from my stash. And these were just from a 6x6 paper pad that I was trying to use up. And then this is the second page of that. And all of these things were just, these are cut. The letters were cut on my Cricut. I just hand cut the arrow. And then these were from that same 6x6. And these were from my stash. And this one is number 15. This is number 15. This one is number 16. And this was an embellishment that I made. None from, well, I actually did this for a swap, but I did it in this color to go with this layout. But I think the swap ones may have been green and something, green and white and black. I don't remember for sure, which that would have gone with this, except I used my base page that was done in blue. The greens would have actually gone better with it, but I didn't have a green base page. So this one is number 16. This one is number 17. My oldest grandson broke his arm, and this cute little thing, this oh no with the kitty with the bandage over his ear and the Band-Aid, so cute, and it doesn't have a name on it. So please, those of you who have used your items and you see them, and just let me know who you are. I mean, that's just precious. And then I made the little nurse, and Shannon Keith made the little medical bag. And this also has a flip flap that I made on it. And what did I say? This one is number 17. This one is number 18. And this Faith was from a swap. It was from, both of these were from one of our Forever Faith swaps, and neither one of them had a name on them. Neither one of them did. These are my son's boys and making their full armor of God. I loved that so much. And this is number 18. This one is number 19, Friends Ahoy. And This was just one sheet. All of these daisies were just one sheet of paper, and I fussy cut everything that I could cut out of it and then put it on this blue. And then these are punched literally out of the blue. This one and this one and this one are punched out of the blue, and then I put white behind them so they have some, they've kind of got some recessed dimension. And then these are all just from my punch, and then I put Nuvo drops in the middle of all of them. And this is from a border punch that I used all the way around. And this is from our cruise that we took in the spring. And then this one is number 20, Give Thanks, or just Thanks. And this cute little embellishment was the Bear and the Pumpkins from Elizabeth H. And these 3 leaves are from Kim Sims. And this cute little owl is from Michelle Parker. And then this is something that I just had in my stash forever. And then these are little punches. The little leaves are punches. And then these bigger leaves I just had in my stash. And then I had a few base pages that I didn't use because I did some double pages and I thought I might do them as one, and I ended up doing them as 2. So this is a base page that I didn't use, just this paisley with this kind of brown crinkle look. This pink with this one strip of this that I had left that I just loved. And then some of these flourishes that I die cut out to put on that. And then this one, just with the frames that were left over. This was just paper that was left over from where I cut some frames out and used, or some squares, rectangles, whatever they are, out to use on a swap. And these were the pieces that were left over, and I had saved them, and I just used them. And then this is the only base page that I had ever made prior to this hop. And I made this base page ages ago and never had used it. And so I stuck it in with these base pages just in case I couldn't find pictures or something to go with some of those other base pages. So those are all of the base pages that I made, all of the 20 layouts that I made for the 20 days for All About That Base. So remember, if you will comment which one you like the best, you can either do it by number or by the title, and why you liked it. There's going to be a little giveaway. So thank you so much for joining me. I absolutely loved this hop. Ginger just knocked it out of the ballpark with this hop. So be sure that you watch the other creators, go back and catch up if you got behind, because every single video is just awesome. It was Ginger and Terry and Mel, and I can't even remember who all did these. It was just so good. I'm still watching them. I literally binged the other night because I'd gotten behind. So get in there, watch these. They're so much fun. Every single one of them are unique, and that's one of the things that I like most about it. So have a blessed day. Be sure to enter for the giveaway and be a blessing to someone else. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.